I wanted to emphasize more on overtraining and why people don't focus on rest, because when we see kids especially, they feel कि नहीं हो रहा है तो I want to push more. 4 घंटे से मैं 5 घंटा करूँगा. Why overtraining is not important, and how maybe, rather than say doing 5 hours for 20% of your capacity is bad, rather than you take a rest and you come back the next day and do 2 hours at 200% capacity.
Yes, absolutely. Overtraining is bad. For me, I might just put in a 1 hour flat out. The body gives, each one of us gives signals at different times. 500% effort, I will have to stop there. Another player will give 20% effort, he can go 2 hours. That is when a coach comes in. He can view, he can look how much he has done, how much he needs to be pushed. That's why experienced coaches are very, very important. In this field especially, you can tell whether the player has had enough rest, whether the player has eaten properly, the player is motivated enough to come and play. Now there are lots of young players who are doing well. They have to study also. You cannot just say that, I'm not going to study. Education has to be, like I said, one of the backbones. You can't just go in and play, because after 20 years, what? You have to earn your own money and bread and butter. So where overtraining comes in, for most players, I would say for myself, when I was younger, I overtrained. Because I did not know where to stop, because that time I think there weren't many experienced coaches. For me, that time it was 5 hours kiya kam hai, do 8 hours. That's when injuries come in. You do 8 hours, you are dead to the world, you can't study, you cannot you have to do entertainment also. I mean, squash or sport is a part of your life. You have to do other things. Family gatherings happen, watching TV, going out. It has to be there to make a complete player. So with overtraining, if a player wants to push that much, a coach has to come in and say, stop, you go back, come back in the evening, or we'll do another session tomorrow. Do not overtrain. The body is lacking all the fuels. How much will it just also keep in? You give them one chase and you put in chia seeds and whatever, glutamine and all that. But that needs time to absorb also. You're just pushing it against, injuries start happening. You're not resting, you want to go back. For such players, the motivation level is very high. That's why experienced coaches come in and control them. You have to, really hold their reins, that it's okay. Okay, you want to do more training, maybe you do half an hour lesser of not very high intensity. Because I want that player to come back tomorrow for another session also. So we have to really, really look into overtraining for injuries and motivational levels.
What a difference that you have seen, be it in their growth, be it in their performance, on what actually makes a difference when they do a proper structured plan or when they just eat out of love.
Oh, there's a huge difference in terms of the body's, the muscle growth, the height, the thinking. I can easily tell that this person has not been very conscious about what he's eating. Somebody will have lots of Maggie and come for a session. Or someone will have a salad bowl with paneer or chicken and then come for a session. You can easily tell. In fact, I tell my athletes, have you eaten too much of rice, or rasam, or very heavy duty on carbs, and then come, because that kind of slows you down. I can immediately tell the difference. That's when I try and tell them that, go to a nutritionist, think. You can buy the best of cars, you can buy the Merc, but if you put kerosene in it, will it move? So the same thing is with the body also. I try and tell them, get onto a structure, get onto a program. Okay, you don't want to go to a nutritionist, at least look up what is needed. Okay, you look up, okay, I will have high protein, but maybe your body is not used to such a high level of protein and how much to have. So when two athletes come to me, right now all elite athletes, I think in India at least for squash, are on with some kind of nutritionist. Okay. Everyone. So how they are performing as regards to an athlete who's equally talented, at the same height, level, age, whatever, the ones who are fueled better are doing much better than those who are not fueling scientifically. They might be eating ghar ka khana, roti, sabji, dal, chawal. That's fine. I'm not demeaning that at all. But like we have learned from Kwa also, how to eat, when to eat, how much to eat. That is needed.
So there needs to be some science in that love. You need to eat
Absolutely.
it together to get
and it has to be done properly. I mean, like I said, a player who comes and eats lots of Maggie or any noodles, heavy duty carbs, as compared to a player who is eaten properly, they perform, they outshine, they outsmart thinking, body language, positivity, mindset, going for that goal that yes, I will do it, as regards to this person who's not fueled scientifically, is like an eye-opener.